All right, welcome back, Speed Gaming. We'll get that card up in a second. This is game 2 between Azder and Bressingham. Azder having taken the first one, which I will go ahead and mark. There we go.
Yep.
And yeah, Azder took that first one. Had a really nice route. Bressingham I think Bressingham's route was pretty good. Just the fact that he had to go back to the wreck ship at the end, I think was a little bit problematic. But yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in a world where Bressingham manages to get it all in the first time through, I think it's a very close race.
Yeah, I don't think that's why he lost, but I do think you're right. I think it's a much closer race. Okay, there's the card. We got it done. Shout outs to our Speed Gaming staff for taking care of that for us. Middle tile space jump, my favorite item. Let's go.
Yeah, not super what you want to see in a middle tile.
Not in bingo. I mean, there are worse things out there for it to be, but I mean, looking at the things around it, 35 plus power bombs is kind of a nasty tile. Because you gotta figure out which ones you're gonna skip, not which ones you're gonna pick up, and you're automatically gonna skip the ones in Lower Norfair, most likely. So that row may not be great. The column 3 isn't bad, because you can.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, 3 Brinstar energy refills, the 15 Brinstar supers. The worst thing in there is the 70 missiles and the 7+ energy tanks. The 7+ energy tanks not bad, but 70+ missiles means we're gonna have to count. Top left, bottom right is also not bad. Although I hate finish tiles. I try to avoid them. But the 6 energy tanks works with the 7, and the criteria map station is pretty free as long as you don't forget it.
Yeah, top left, bottom right, I think is fine if you're trying to finish like right after defeating Dragon.
Yeah. Yep.
There's one other finish tile on this card though, so that's something to be aware of.
Yeah, there's nothing more annoying than picking having 3 choices and having it ruined by 2 finish tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, finishing Mama Turtle's room. Yeah.
I think column 2 is otherwise okay, but skipping speed boosters really dangerous.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks. Just slows you down. And it doesn't really pair well with that top row because the row 1 has 125 missiles. So I don't know. It's not the worst thing ever, but could see doing column 4 maybe with some of these things. You've got the destroy 1 statue. Spore spawn is not terrible. Bot wound, if you're going to get space jump, is free. And grapple beam or wreck ship energy tank, not a terrible thing. If you're doing something like that, you might go down first though. So we'll see if either one of the runners goes down first. We've seen that they're both more than capable of going wreck ship first.
Yeah, I think this is a card where you probably like if you're somebody who is capable of going up but are not like a routine new route runner, then I think this is a pretty good card to go down.
Yeah, this might be. I mean, again, it depends on what the runners choose. But Azure in particular, I know is pretty good at choosing the right times to go down, and this might be a go down first card. Certainly, some of these tiles will incentivize go down first, because I could see go down, get your speed booster, go to wreck ship, and then do a Bryn cleanup afterwards, and then finish with the space jump. But we'll see. We'll see what they decide. I mean, they both went up first last time and got a speed booster for Bryn cleanup afterwards, and so certainly it isn't a terrible idea to do it that way either. Again, no suit restricted tile, so that suit restricted tile is a really interesting one because for new route runners, it's basically a free tile. For the rest of us, it's a horrible tile.
Yeah, I mean, I know we have a couple runners in this tournament. Like, I know Apathy Duck, if Apathy Duck has to go crate first, he throws up in his mouth a little.
Yeah, he's definitely one that likes to go up first. A Real Cutie is another one that really likes to do that up first. play, and just every once in a while you get a card where it's just better to go down. And we'll see. This one may, like I said, this might be one of them, but it also might not be. Just depends on what they all want to do.
Yeah, it was mentioned in chat, but I think you almost couldn't craft a worse line than column 5. Like,
Column 5 is horrible. No, there are worse ones, but that is a really 11 energy tanks, 35 power bombs, 125 missiles. But you got two. You got. Oh, you have to go speed boost to get your criteria super missile, and the free criteria map station. That is a really bad one. Worst ones that I've experienced involve we've seen a couple of cards, even qualifiers. We saw a couple of these cards where the only warfare thing on the entire card was like finish in Metal Pirates Room. And, it's one of those things where if this were dab, like, you know you're making your opponent finish in Metal Pirates Room, after they have to do, like, Spring Ball or Dragon or something else dumb like that. But yeah, in a dab situation, that column 5 is one of the worst ones. And yeah, we would be seeing a lot of collection from the runners, I think. Because I think they'd both give them that one. For what it's worth, neither runner picked up the criteria map station. There is another opportunity to do that. It isn't uncommon to see runners get that after a wreck ship play. So yeah, I mean it's not done. Like they could still get it, but
yeah, not to get too presumptuous, but it's looking like our runners are going to be going down Red Tower based on the way they damaged through those pirates.
Yeah, that's one of the telltale signs. Let's see, are there any free tiles? No, I don't see any skip tiles, so we don't have to mark anything early. A reminder: we're doing the tracking, and we're not professional trackers like some of our other trackers. So we'll do our best. And feel free to shout things out. Just please wait about 30 seconds before things happen, because there is a bit of a delay between marking it on the card and who's winning, Clover Tracy. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We're both winning. Because we're here, we're healthy, and we're watching some bingo, so.
Yeah, I love watching bingo. Yeah, and this is one of those interesting cards. Almost feels like a rarity, where there's like no reason to go into Brinstar Reserve Room.
Yep, and looks like they're both gonna do Spore Spawn. And we do have a few Spore Spawn tiles. We have a defeat Golden Teresa in Spore Spawn. And we have a defeat Spore Spawn in Bot Wound. So 2 Spore Spawn tiles on here that I can see. Let's see if there's any others. I don't see any others. I could see them doing either or both. Like you're almost certainly gonna do the Botswoon one. Bressingham the first into Spore Spawn, because I think he decided first that he's going there. The Golden Teresa one in Spore Spawn is not bad, especially if you go down first. You can pick up your high jump boots, pick up your Varia suit. 3 E-tanks is typically what you'd have. It's not a bad lava dive. Just go in and get out. They'll also have an extra set of super missiles from this if they want them, which will allow them to, more opportunities on the Green Gate glitch. Unfortunately, as you're using both supers there, it will not be able to get more, because these spores do not drop supers.
Yeah, really, Bress closed out that fight really quickly.
Yeah, very nicely done.
And that was 4 supers from Spore Spawn. I feel like Spore Spawn is never that kind with drops.
No, not at all. Like I actually never thought about it, but I wasn't even sure he would drop supers, to be honest. Oh, Azure looks like he's one off.
Oof. Yeah, and Bressingham got the really neat Moonfall.
Yep.
It is either the first or the second most time-saving Moonfall in the game. I don't think anybody has actually taken the time to compare it to the Decora Moonfall. But bingo is one of the areas where Decora Moonfall is potentially relevant.
Yep. Okay, Azure also picks up the super pack. Rest can pick up charge beam. There's no skip charge beams here, so no grab charge beams either. So it just probably saves enough time to just go ahead and grab it, and just the safety of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to find a world in which skipping charge is worth it.
It has to be a pretty. Azra's thinking about it and picks up a missile. He's thinking about it. Azure, one of these players that doesn't like to grab anything he doesn't absolutely need, and with him going down first, probably doesn't need it as much because one of the big things that Charge Beam does is that safety in a Phantoon fight. But if he's going down, he's gonna have Various Suit for that fight. So. So it's a much safer fight, even if you do enrage, and probably high jump too. And you can dodge the flames of an enrage pretty nicely if you have to. Now we don't expect enrages here.
Yeah. Oh, and Usher is going.
He's going up. Question: is he going up for wreck ship, or is he going up for power bombs? Because honestly, if he's planning on killing Golden Chorizo and doesn't get power bombs here, he's gonna have to kill Crocomire, and I don't see Crocomire anywhere in a way that you're gonna want to do it. So.
Yeah, I mean, Croc does have power bombs, and when you're at 35 plus power bombs, if you are planning on getting that one, you can't necessarily be picky enough to skip Croc power bombs.
Yeah, I think that's like if you're doing 35 plus power bombs, you're just on this card, you're automatically skipping the 2 in Lower Norfair. You're not doing those.
Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't expect either of our runners to go for that. Like, nobody's doing column 5.
No,
and row
I totally
3
agree.
isn't very good. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I totally agree. But yeah, to the point of the 35 power bombs, if you are for some reason going to do 35 power bombs, you're going to skip the 2 in Lower Norfair, which means you can only skip one more. And Croc power bombs is a good one to skip, but other ones would be like Criteria power bombs is kind of a slow one. What else?
Yeah, Meridia, depending on your objectives.
Yep. So the one thing I don't like about Azure skipping that charge beam, if he is planning on going down to Golden Chorizo, which is the biggest reason he would pick up that power bomb pack now, he's going to have to use his 10 supers and refill or farm a lot. Something he's capable of doing, but not a fun way to do the fight.
Yeah, and Bressingham actually just had a really nice recovery, only launched 1 missile, going for the crate quick kill, and just waited it out to get the backup.
Yeah, that fight can go real bad real fast if you're not used to him standing up, and so good on him. It's kind of the in-between players that'll mess up that version, because the really good players are just not going to miss the quick kill, and the really bad players are just used to missing the quick kill. And then you get the in-between ones that are used to getting the quick kill, but not used to missing it, and those are the ones who are going to have the trouble, and he had no trouble. As you'll see how he does on his crate fight. Very nice. So the other reason to kill Kraid here is to get, if they're going to do that top left bottom right we've talked about, it's not a bad one. If you do that and then you kill Phantoon, you can get your 2 statues that way.
Yeah.
Don't think we're going to see any skip high jump this time.
Yeah, I don't see any reason at all to. Like, high jump just saves time.
Yep. Okay, so as you're doing the energy tank recharge station,
Interesting.
Yep, it's in column 3. I don't believe Bressingham did that.
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I mean, we talked about column 3. Like, I think that one's fine. I think row 2's also. Criteria super is deceptively bad, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another. Some of these, some objectives, I like to say they're euphemisms for different things. So like the criteria super is one of those euphemisms for picking up speed booster. The save the critters, visit the critters one is another one because the Decora Also, the 3 Brinstar energy recharge stations. Other things like that. Picking up plasma is another way of saying, hey, you have to kill Dragon. And as you're laying that power bomb, says he's picking up that Norfair map station. So far, hasn't picked up a whole lot of regular missiles, though, and he does need 70 for that middle column. I have him at 3 packs right now. No, sorry. Yeah, 3 packs. No, wait, 2. Yeah, hasn't picked up a whole lot of missiles.
If he's skipping those missiles, which
Yeah.
literally cost less than an item fanfare to
I
collect,
know, right?
then
Yeah,
I would say
that
there's no
column
way.
3. Yeah, that column 3. He's got a lot of missiles to pick up if he's going there. Okay, here's the Norfair map station. I get to click a button. So that could be column 4 for him. And looks like Bressingham gonna go ahead and pick up a wave beam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this completes any objectives. I think this is... if you're going down to GT, then this pickup might save you time.
Yeah, he might just be going for the strongest beam possible for the GT fight.
Although, if he were, then you would expect him to pick up ice on the way in.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Another option that's potentially available to him, and I believe Bressingham is capable of this, is if he wants to, like, if he has business in Croc for, like, that collect grapple beam tile or whatever, then he can get that grapple beam and only use supers on GT.
Yeah, because then he can farm.
So yeah, and I believe that would actually be faster than charge shots.
It looks like he's headed that way, so...
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Bressingham could be avoiding ice because of collect only 1 of Icer's speed.
Is that in here somewhere? I see collect... Oh, yeah, okay.
Column 1, row 4, yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it. So, yeah, you'll need to mark that one for him.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
As you're gonna save.
Yeah, generally with 1 of Icer speed, you're basically always getting speed.
But yeah, it's your preference. Now, every once in a while, you'll get, because we see in column 1, sorry, row 1, column 2, has these collect ice and skip speed booster, which of course is, if you're gonna get that tile, you have to do ice. So with that, if that tile is in a spot that's very favorable, then that's when you're gonna collect ice beam or ice instead of speed.
Yeah. Also, a couple instances. For example, if you have to skip grapple, but you need spring ball.
Yep.
Or you're gonna need that.
Yeah, that's another one. Or if you're skipping high jump boots, we talked about this in the last race. That red tower climb, if you don't have ice or high jump, is just a disaster. And Azure is going down to GT, and that was what that save was for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to save up here. Has 10 supers for the gate glitch, but that, doing 2 saves, I don't think makes a lot of sense. Just doing the 1 before the lava dive. Now, he's going to have, I mean, this GT fight is not going to be an easy one, though. The good news is with, and this might, if he is going for that column 3, it may be that he wasn't picking up a lot of missiles before, in particular, because GT has that extra attack that you get if you have more than 30 missiles. Actually, I think the exact number is like 32, but he won't have to worry about that because he has like 2. He has like 10.
Yeah.
Gonna take the refill. They're both in refill stations, in Norfair refill stations at the same time, but not the same one. And the funny thing is, there is no Norfair refill station tile on any cards, which I think is unfortunate. I think that would be a good tile.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm quite surprised that Bressingham would skip grapple.
Yeah, I think grapple here is if you're already gonna kill Crocomire.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's literally just killing Crocomire for the power bombs.
Yeah, and the E-Tank, I guess.
Azure knows how to do this fight with that grapple. It's one of those things that where rando skill comes in handy.
Oh no!
Oh, Bress, no, get out of there!
No,
Okay.
it's too late. I don't think he saved it all.
At all? Oh no. Oh no, we've already got a forfeit. He's not going back in. It's unfortunate. He can, at any point in time, choose to unforfeit. I guess I'll mark it for now. But he can, if he wants to come back in and try again, like as long as Azure's still going, he can absolutely change his mind. But now Azure just has to finish this out, and it becomes a lot less stressful for him. Which honestly, we didn't talk about this in the first race at all. But Azure's been having controller problems lately, and I don't know that it showed very much, except like that save he took before the lava dive. I don't know that he takes that save. If he's not having those controller issues, because lava dive, if you mess that up, as we saw with Bressingham, it'll just destroy you. Azure fortunately had no issues with it. Unfortunately, Bressingham did. I don't blame Bressingham for not taking the save, because he knows who he's up against and he needs to take those risks. And to answer chat, yes, Azure does need to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so frustrating with Lava Dive 2, because, it's like, you can hit it 95 times out of 100, textbook Lava Dive, but when it goes wrong, you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my best tricks, to be honest. There's a lot of things I'm not too good at SM, and I play this game a lot, but I feel like I'm really good at the Lava Dive, and even I would save with like a 3-tank lava dive like this. And especially like you can watch, I mean, these guys can watch the restream, and typically if I'm doing bingo, I won't have the sound on, but I'll have the screen on to look at, and if I see that my opponent is saved, then I know that it equalizes the time, so I might just take that save.
Yeah.
And
Although
I'm sure
here Bressingham doesn't really feel like he can settle for just equalizing time.
No, and that's fair. Yeah,
that's
absolutely fair. Yeah, and that's I'm guessing that's what he's thinking. He knows he's the underdog. He knows he has to go as quick as he can. And he knows he has to. And I think we actually have Bressingham joining us. Not exactly the way you wanted that to go, but top 16 in the tournament. Not bad.
Yeah, if I'm gonna lose to anyone, losing to the 1 seed feels okay. This was a really weird card. It looks like azder killed GT as well, so...
Yep. Yeah, he took the save. Yeah, he took the save for Lava Dive, but didn't. In the end, didn't need it. I'm guessing you didn't take the save because you just need that. You need that time in this matchup.
I guess so. It would have been smart to... I think my real problem was not getting power bombs before Warfare. That forced me to proc.
Yep.
Even though I was already planning on getting 11 E-Tanks, which already forces Croc for the E-Tank.
It doesn't force Croc, but the other ones are worse, so yeah.
Yeah, it's Ridley or Sulos Meridia.
Yep.
Basically.
Oh, you were gonna go for a no gravity suit, no Meridia. Oh, I would have liked to have seen that. That's a shame.
Yeah, I was gonna go. I would have had to get the wreck ship E-Tank anyway. This card was horrible. But GG's to Azure. I'm gonna sit around and watch the rest of this.
Okay, and you want to stick around and join back in when he finishes? You're certainly welcome to.
Okay. to it.
Okay, and we got to get this gate glitch. Switching to
Yeah.
supers. And kiss him with one missile left. I mean, that's pretty stressful, but it's got to be a lot less stressful if knowing that you just have to finish. Now, I will say this. Azure also often has the habit of not paying attention to the race room, so it's entirely possible he doesn't even know the situation.
Yeah. He's
Why? Okay. I'm not sure why he went in there, killed the side hoppers, and came out.
Yeah, I think he's maybe feeling a little bit lost right now, because he also started to go up Red Tower and then came back
And it came
down.
back down, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna get the Decora pit right now anyway, so that'll give him the 3 Brinstar energy stations. Hello, Brinstar energy refill station.
He doesn't want to take it.
You know, it's actually kind of funny that he doesn't activate the station because he's one of the runners that insists on activating map stations.
I thought he was freeing the Decora for a second. It looked like he was
That'd be
setting up
fun.
for it.
It's always fun when someone frees the Decora, but yeah, he's just going as fast as he can. Okay, that's all he wanted in this area. Okay. Okay, I think I see what's going on. He wants to get that. He's doing row 2. And doing row 2 means getting the criteria supers, and forgot to get the refill station first. Okay, that's another power bomb. Might not do. He might. Yeah, we might not see him go back to Meridia at all either. Looks like he wants to get another E-tank, because if he's doing row 2, he needs 6 E-tanks, and this one's pretty free. Also gives him a nice refill.
Yeah, refill for criteria super.
Yeah, and Polar Bunny pointing out rightly in chat that for the Shine Spark, he's gonna need some energy. It is one of the longest Shine Sparks. Also gives him the ability to do this Shine Spark, which is a cool one, to get back through the pirates here. Something you see. I think you only see this in Hundo.
Yeah, Hundo and a couple other pretty uncommon categories.
Yeah. So this kind of sucks without Ice Beam, but what he's gonna do, he's gonna just gonna try and get that short charge and damage boost his way through there, and just fine. Gets up there, gets that super.
Yeah, don't even need the deboost because of screw attack.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. That is not an easy. He made it look easy. That is not as easy as it looks. I'm gonna take some damage from the spikes, but he's got Varisuit, so it's fine.
That was a really neat way to go from bottom of parlor to the map station.
And we got the Brinstar map station, and he's gonna activate it. No, that's not Brinstar. That is criteria.
Bottom right, yeah.
I accidentally marked the Brinstar one for a second. You'll see it light up in just a second and go away. Again, you've got your amateurs tracking today, not your pros. Which is to say us, which now is me, because I said I would track Azure. Which means I'm the one tracking now, but we'll get it done. Column 1, row 2 done. Column 1, row 2. Yes, it is done. Thank you, Bunny.
Yeah.
This is why we have chat.
Yeah, so question in chat, why is Azder playing alone? Unfortunately, Bressingham took a death and had to forfeit. But Azder still does need to finish out the seed in order to take the win.
And we'll head into the wrecked ship. Okay, so let's think about what he... Okay, so... He's for sure doing row 2, like, no question. Column 1 looks pretty good, because he's going to be able to destroy the 2 statues. He needs just 1 more energy tank. Criteria power bomb's pretty easy to get from here. What do you think his third choice is going to be?
You could do top left, bottom right.
You could. You may want to try Void and Meridia. I'm kind of looking at column 4, but that means he has to go all the way to Batwoon, which is better than getting space jump as far as... Because he'll get a statue and but then he has to get to an elevator, so I'm not sure that's the answer either. Yeah, he's telegraphing 2 of his columns really, really well. The third one, I am not sure. Ooh, oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I guess Criteria Map Station would hint towards either top left, bottom right, or row 5.
Yeah, it does.
And of the 2 of those, I think top left, bottom right is going to be faster than collecting a bunch more missiles.
Yeah, especially since to get Plasma, he has to kill Dragon. To get Space Jump, he has to kill Dragon, but Space Jump's right there. I was just trying to figure out if there was a way to avoid going into Meridian. I think there are, if he was picking up more stuff. Like, you could do, like Bressingham talked about doing the 11 plus E-tanks, row 4. Combine row 4 with these 2 columns, and you can avoid Meridia completely. And I wonder if that's what he was thinking. Okay, we got a wreck ship super.
Yeah,
only grab one of them. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think there are definitely Meridia options, but nothing faster than just killing Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, collection is, I think in a lot of cases, killing a boss is just faster than collecting. I mean, you talk about those 7-second fanfares for each item. Okay, so this will get him a couple objectives. The ore wreck ship energy tank that's down, and he's gonna get the 5th energy tank, and he's gonna fall down. Turn off those high jump boots. That'll make this a little bit easier. I would probably turn off speed booster as well.
Yeah. Interesting. He turned off the high jump boots before leaving the water.
Yeah. Okay, actually, maybe speed booster makes this better. I don't know. But yeah, he gets so here we go. Got the wreck ship energy tank, and has 5 plus energy tanks. There we go.
I don't know. Maybe him picking this up signals row 5.
No, he's got a lot of missiles to pick up if so. Yeah, the more I think about it, but I think speed helps.
I'm not sure why you would pick up this E-tank otherwise. Like, is this faster than Mama Turtle?
It could. We'll see if he picks up... No, I mean, he could still do column 4. It could still be column 4.
That's true.
I feel like killing Dragon... I mean, you're going to kill Botwoon, you're going to get that square. And then it's just, do you want to go do Space Jump, or do you want to do Spore Spawn and Botswoon? He's got 5 energy tanks, so he can skip that 6 energy tanks if it's column 4 he's going for. And he's not leaving the wreck ship, so he's going to get Gravity Suit.
Yeah, or well, wait. Column 4 is actually just better than top left, bottom right, isn't it?
I think it is. That finishing an elevator, I don't love that tile. But once you kill Botwoon, you just fall down a sand pit. And
yeah, I mean, you have
elevator down
Yeah.
Brinstad to Norfair.
You're finishing in an elevator no matter what, unless you do row 5.
Oh yeah, good point. And there's no indication that he's doing row 5. There's no indication he's picking up missiles for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah, thank you, Azure, for not making me count missiles.
Yeah. So maybe that criteria map station was just a safety play.
Yeah,
You
could
know,
be.
you see your opponent's dot dunned.
Or forfeited.
Sorry, is forfeited. Then you're gonna feel pretty confident that you just need to finish it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's also possible that he saw top left, bottom right, and then saw column 4.
Yep, that's entirely possible.
But yeah, this is going to be a pretty neat finish. Like, he's pretty rapidly going to go from having relatively few tiles to just completing everything.
Yep. I mean, bingo works that way. I mean, I know, I'm sure you've seen it too. Sometimes it'll look like somebody is like way far from being finished, and then all of a sudden the entire card will just light up in about 2 or 3 minutes, and they'll be done. It's just, it's actually pretty amazing when that happens, and kind of fun.
I don't think we've had any quintuple bingos yet, but we've definitely had some quads.
Oh, we sure have. Actually, in Dab, it happened to both. If Feral did this, and Azure did this both. So I was tracking a race Azure was playing in, and I asked him in the SRL chat, why did you do such and such a tile? And he says, well, because I was doing such and such a row. I'm like, you realize you already had this other row. He's like, oh, I did. Okay, probably wants to get that criteria power bomb. Didn't look like he did the trick where you're going to get that shine spark into the ship, that we can just shine spark right out of the ship. Yeah, no, he didn't. And is walking away. Okay, are you getting the criteria power bomb? Okay, he's forgotten the criteria power bomb. I'm pretty certain that's what he wanted to do there.
Maybe row 2, top left, bottom right, column 4.
Well, he might switch to that now that he skipped that criteria power bomb. It's not a mistake he can afford to make under normal circumstances, but he can afford to make it this time because of the forfeit.
Yeah, I mean, you're trading a criteria power bomb pickup for fighting Dragon, which I wouldn't think would be
no, it's not faster. Definitely not faster, and he'll be very upset with himself. I know him, but it's one of those things that it's just very easy to forget those things. At this point, is it faster to go back and get it, or is it faster just to go Dragon?
Yeah.
He thought about it. You saw him go up. He thought about it. He's aware that he skipped it, and I think he's decided that just killing Dragon's the faster thing to do.
Interesting.
We'll have to pick up an extra. Well, he has to pick up that 6th energy tank anyway. No doubt that'll be the Botswoon energy tank. But, if you're gonna make that mistake, make the mistake in this situation. And he might have been distracted by the fact that by now he's probably looked over and seen that his opponent's forfeited, and that could be a distraction in and of itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does seem like, not to try and project too much, but it does seem like Azder's taken his foot off the gas just a little bit since seeing Bress forfeit.
Yep.
Still going to be a really good finish, though.
Yeah, and it especially makes sense in this situation. Like we talked about this earlier. He's been having controller issues recently, and just that little bit right there, it makes sense for him just to be a little bit more careful and a little bit slower in this situation. Because he could go back to where his last save was, which was before he did Golden Torizo, and could still go ahead and finish it out. Although if that happened, Bressingham might just choose to start over. He still could, but he'd still be way behind. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to have to start over. You want to just go ahead and finish it out and get your win. And it's still a pretty easy path here. Just kill Boss Wound, pick up your energy tank, kill Dragon, pick up your space jump, and pick an elevator to go to. I think the closest elevator is still the one down to Norfair from Brinstar, but I can't say for sure. Like,
I think it would be Red Tower Elevator.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that one. Yeah, because you would exit that way, like you're at the end of
like
a new route. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that one. The other one I was thinking of course, was the Forgotten Highway elevator, which sometimes is the one to go to because that is a tile unto itself. Mm-hmm. And sometimes if your tile before that is Plasma Beam, then it's definitely faster to just go to that one.
Yeah, I just like that elevator.
Pretty pink. we don't get to see it enough.
Yeah. But then you have to go through Thread the Needle, which is the true worst room in the game.
Yeah, there's a reason why we don't see that room very often. Also, I'm glad we've gotten that name out there, because I think it's one of the cooler names that has been come up with for an SM room, and for a room we don't see very much. But in Randomizer League we saw it a few times in some of the the route randos and the area randos. So good to revive that name. Okay, that'll be that 6th tank right here. We got defeat Spore Spawn and Botswoon. Now time to kill Dragon. Of course, also he knows that my favorite item is Space Jump, Polar Bear Bunny, his girlfriend's favorite item is Space Jump, so maybe he's just decided to pick it up for us.
Oh.
This is the full halfie.
That's the worst way to miss it.
That's a hard trick.
Oh yeah, it's super hard. And it feels bad to get everything right and then you just spark up into the ceiling. Mm-hmm. I think the only worst way to fail full halfie is when you bonk the ceiling going forward and you get the quarter halfie.
Yeah. Which doesn't save time. Okay, so this time we'll probably see some speed booster kills. See a speed booster kill. He's got high jump boots. He doesn't have grapple beam. Can supplement with ammo. Good open. Not quite a any percent Dragon kill because we don't have wave beam and charge beam to do X factors. But other than that, pretty similar. Nice work with those supers. There it is.
Just tapped Dragon.
Yeah, I guess it's just barely a tap. I mean, the option of we saw someone I think it was Canadian Owl the other day using a lot of pseudo screws. And his Dragon. I used the spikes. Well, he's gonna have space jump, so this is not bad. Okay,
yeah, it loses you like 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's much worse if you lose that and you're not picking up space jump like in a new route run. And he's got space jump plus screw attack, which makes a lot of things very free. Oh right, who's Canadian Owl? Sorry, Owl. Owl. We just mean Owl. There's no more Canadian to his name. Yeah, he's someone that used to run this game. That's what. Okay, now let's just see which elevator he decides to go to. And I think you're right. I think it's going to be the Red Bryn elevator.
There's beautiful rooms, though. Like, azder has speedrun just about every major category in this game and put out really good times.
Yeah, and a ton of experience. Really one of the best randomizer runners for SM. Which is one of those things that, I've often talked about the difference between bingo and randomizer. They are very, very different things, but the one thing that they both have in common is just a certain amount of improvisation that you have to do that you don't see in regular speed runs. And I think if you're really skilled at one, that improvisation can very much transfer to the other.
Yeah. And you see a lot of like the same tricks showing up across the two of them that don't really show up many other places.
Yep.
I know we've seen Zed pull out at least one crystal flash clip.
Yep. We've seen a few of those. Okay. There we go. As you're finishing with official race time of 45:01, there's that elevator. GG to azder. And I should mark that elevator. There we go. There's the card. Now let's see. Hopefully he joins us. And if Bressingham, if you're still out there and would like to rejoin, feel free to come back in as well. But yeah, that'll be. Oh, there he is. GG's azder, and also we welcome back Bressingham. So criteria power bombs. I assume that was your intention. Azder, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
were you talking to me?
Yeah, the criteria power bombs. I'm wondering if was that your intent. And then
that kind of slipped my mind because I was thinking about it with regards to bottom left, top right.
Okay. Yeah, because then it looked like for a moment there you considered going back for them, and then just said nope, I'll just keep going. Which at that point, I think it would have been faster if you just got them the first time, but not.
I didn't consider going back for them at any point.
Oh, okay. It looked like it because when you went and did the destroy the statues, you jumped back up and then jump back down.
Oh no, I was just confused as to where I was going. I routed this really badly.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about like that first card. Very, very impressive run on that first card.
Yeah, that one was fun. I don't remember what it was anymore.
I know, it's so easy to just forget it.
Yeah, I think
I'm having trouble too.
On the first one, we did the same for 2 rows, except for I did row 2, which had fully explore wreck ship and finish in E-tank room.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then azder, I think you did the first row, which ended up being better.
Yeah, I was intending to do row 2 initially, and and then I forgot to do spooky missile, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just swap this out. Because there were like 3 rows that I was looking at for my third row, and they were all kind of bad for different reasons, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And eventually I settled on the one that had 60 Brinstar missiles, which meant I had to go back for
yeah, that totally makes sense for
the Brinstar
early
Reserve
supers.
one. I actually, when I grabbed the Alpha PV missile, I hadn't like decided if I was doing the row yet, but I wanted to get it in case.
That makes a lot of sense.
The second card was just like I was gonna do column 3 initially as my third.
Okay.
So like actually the problem with that was I initially started with column 4, and I was like, that looks like a pretty good, easy one. Let's do that. And then row 2 looks like an extremely, like it has a whole bunch of Kraid first stuff.
Yep.
All at once. So that looks like good stuff to combine, and those Spore Spawn goals pair up. And then top left, bottom right has destroy 2 statues, and I'm like, okay, that also fits into that. But and I was considering column 1 at one point, and I was trying to like either drop TLBR space jump or whatever. But then I was like, well, space jump is pretty close to bot twin, and I have to do bot twin anyways. There's not much point in getting rid of that. I still have to finish in an elevator, which was the goal I kind of didn't really like, and that was the one that prevented me from doing like row 3 or column 2. So I was just like, okay, well, whatever. I'm not going to change the rows further. It doesn't matter. And then I guess I didn't realize how close I was going to be to column 1 anyway, so I actually probably could have dropped. Well, I still had to do gold Torizo, so
yeah, I mean, you would have. Like, it would have. I think it would have been faster than having to kill Dragon and picking up Space Jump, but I think it would have been pretty close.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it would have been. Even just like doubling back out of bot 2, and that would have had me closer to an elevator as well.
But you'd already picked up the criteria map station too, so I mean.
Yeah. The thing that I really wanted to avoid. So, like I mentioned, I wanted to do column 3 at 1st, and column 3 in row 5, if I'm getting space jump, is not bad.
No,
but
not at all.
I was just like, I really don't want to do 70 missiles because I'm not picking
you.
up missiles for any other reason.
Thank you for not making the amateur tracker track 70 missiles.
But I actually think I should have done that because, like, I think doing 70 missiles would actually not have been as bad as going to GT and space jump and
sure. So you could have picked one.
The crate first route. It was just I struggled a lot picking stuff for this one.
My route, I attempted to skip gravity. I was gonna do column 1, row 2, and row 4, and the worst part of it was the 11 E-tanks.
Because now you're immediately eliminating the E-tanks in Meridia.
Yeah, so no Botswoon or Mama Turtle, and no Ridley. So
you could maybe do Mama Turtle.
Yeah, I guess it's not that long of a suitless run.
But yeah, were you gonna get one of the lower Norfair E-tanks? I mean, obviously you would get Fire Fleas because Ridley is just a big no. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually forgot. I would have needed to do that too. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because you don't want to do Ridley, and you don't want. And suitless is slow.
Oh, I was actually also considering row 4. I think the 11 E-tanks actually would have paired better with my grade first route than some of the other choices I had. There were just too many choices that it's hard to tell which ones were better than others because there are so many dependencies on, like, certain rows are only good if you do them with a certain other row. So it was hard to untangle it. And at some point I was just like, okay, screw it. I'm just doing this. I'm not changing it. I'm just going to make it worse if I change it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, I know the controller's been giving you issues of late. Was there any issues with that today? It didn't look like it really.
No, I was a bit stressed out about it, but I did some testing last night, and it seems like if I just bend the cord, like if I have it so that the cord is like hanging off of the controller's weight, that seems to be the position that it's used to being in, and that doesn't cause me problems. And that's the way that I tend to hold it more often when I'm doing something tense and not able to pay attention to how I'm holding it. But so last night in the SMZ3 I had a ton of issues because I was conscious of having controller issues, and I was actually like trying to hold it straight through a lot of the times that I could, and that was the thing that was making it worse.
That makes sense.
But it's still like, I don't know how much longer it's going to last like this. I don't entirely trust it.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah, it's really rough when that happens. I wondered if the save you took before the lava dive, if the controller issues had anything to do with that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken that save otherwise.
Because as we saw on Bressingham's side, that was where he lost, was that lava dive. Was there any consideration, Bressingham, of coming back and just trying to play it out as long as you can? Because you never know what happens in these.
Yeah, I considered it. But I was obviously like tilted and frustrated. Sure. The worst thing is I had 500 energy, and then I just lost like 200 getting through the hallway. Because I didn't realize you can't deboost at all when you're in the lava. I don't know what was going on there.
And I know you do a lot of randomizer, and you're losing your health faster in vanilla because you don't have that extra protection. So it's something I don't know if you were taking that into account at all. So that definitely didn't help you out.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have died at Love Dive, but then I didn't even realize that I needed to get Fire Flea, so I would have had to go to Mama Turtle, I think, because I was gonna just leave after that. I don't know.
Yeah, you would have had to do something. Yeah. Azder, at what point did you realize that he had forfeited?
It was like 35 minutes in. 36 minutes in. I looked over at the race time room and I was just like, if he picked better rows than me, he could probably be done by now.
And then you look over and you're like, well, he's not.
They're
Oh,
like,
he is
"Oh,
in a
okay.
different way.
Thank God, because I'm playing like garbage."
Okay. So let's see. Your
Yeah.
next opponent, I believe, is the winner of Derp and Apathy Duck, which is a really interesting matchup of two runners that messed up in quals.
Yeah,
So-
24 and 25th seed.
Yeah, Duck, who literally forfeited two quals and had to be DQ'd in a third because he went to the missile station in Brinstar instead of the map station. Derp only got to do 2 quals and soft locked in Aqueduct. So that's gonna be a tough matchup, a tougher matchup than you would expect in a 1v8 situation. What would be normally a 1v8? How are you feeling about those?
I guess I'll drink a V8 for it, but it'll be interesting. I'm really curious to see which one of them advances. Hopefully I play better. Like today was like definitely not top of my game. Neither was last round for me. Like I did really well in the qualifiers, and I'm not doing great in the 1v1s, and it's enough to win for now, but against those opponents, like those people were people that were getting like qualifier par times, so I need to watch out.
Yeah, definitely. Whoever wins is going to be a difficult and but fun matchup. Rather fitting that the two of them are playing each other. No. All right. Anything else anyone wants to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Thanks team for a restream, and thanks Azder for the race. It was fun. Good luck on the rest of it.
Thanks.
Azure, got anything else?
No.
Okay. Good luck to you the next round. Bressingham, congratulations for getting this far. And yeah, that'll do it for us. Glove, thank you for joining me on commentary. Thank you for doing half the tracking, although pretty easy for this card as it turned out. But tracking is hard in any situation, so we'll hopefully get to leave it to the professionals in the next races. Also, thank you to all of you in chat and to SpeedGaming for helping out behind the scenes and getting the card up there. That'll pretty much do it for us. Next race on the schedule is not until Sunday, I believe. Oh, actually, so suddenly a bunch of people have put races in. Next race is actually tomorrow. The aforementioned Apathy Duck Derp are going to play a triple header tomorrow night starting at 10 p.m. Triple header, of course, if it goes 3 games. August 22nd on Sunday, we'll have Toasty versus a Real Cutie. That theoretically would be a triple header if it goes 3 games. They do need to actually put the other races on the schedule. If you're listening, Toasty. And then Pitoy and Maniacal, a little bit behind because of Maniacal having a few travel issues. They'll be playing their race on August 26th. That'll be the last of the round of 16. That'll be, again, a triple header starting at 9 o'clock. Day of the week, that is Thursday of next week. Okay. So, yeah, that'll do it for us. Again, thank you to everybody, and we'll see you next time.
See you next mission.